I'm Chef Sneha at NFCI Patiala, and I'm going to show you our institute first. But before that, let us do a little session of our puja, because day after tomorrow is Ganesh Chaturthi. तो हम थोड़ा सा भगवान को पहले एक बार प्रणाम करेंगे, फिर अपना सेशन स्टार्ट करेंगे. आइए मैं आपको अब अपना इंस्टीट्यूट दिखाती हूँ. So this is our reception area, followed by our counseling, where our guests come and we generally make them sit here, and all their doubts and whichever course they want to go ahead with, we take them forward with it. So come, आपको मैं आगे का दिखाती हूँ. So this is our e-lab, where all our teachers sit and do their file work. These are classrooms. You can have a look at the pictures also. All our institutes, all our centers have their pictures here. We've beautifully stored all our memories in our institute. Classroom 2. And here we have the most special part that I really love, the F&B area. So we have our bar table and our tables where we teach the students as to how to set up the table according to the cuisines. Let's have a look at the different kitchens now. This is our continental kitchen. Continental Chinese classes and practicals are done here. This is our Indian and Conti kitchen. Indian and Tandoor are all done here. All the practicals for Indian Tandoor are done. Our teachers take amazing classes out here. And now let's get to the best part. That is the bakery. So this is my bakery. So this is the place where I'm going to make the recipe. So come, let's start. Let's have a look at our ingredients first. So the name of the recipe that we are going to make today is called Speziato Mango Sorbetto, right? So Speziato means spicy. Mango, in Italian it's called mango. Instead of mango, it's called mango. And cocoa sorbetto. Cocoa means coconut. We're going to use dry coconut powder in this recipe. So let's have a close look at our ingredients first. We're going to use Mithai made by Amul, my favorite. I used to use this to put on my bread, the baked untoasted bread. I used to just spread it on it and I used to eat it. I used to love it. And we're going to use dark chocolate, Amul 55% dark chocolate, which is another one of my favorites. For garnishing, I'm going to use some fresh flowers and leaves. I'm going to use a dried coconut, जो हम जनरली पूजा वगैरह में इस्तेमाल करते हैं शगुन के तौर पे, वो वाला कोकोनट मैं इस्तेमाल करने वाली हूँ. Some coconut powder, some fresh peppercorns, and a little bit of vermicelli, जिसे हम rice noodles भी कहते हैं. Apart from these, there are two more ingredients that I'm going to use. Let me show you once. So I'm going to use frozen mangoes and the mithai made that I've already measured and kept. So let me tell you the recipe first. We're going to use 195 grams of frozen mangoes. You can use any type of mangoes that you prefer. The Alfonso ones, the Langra or the Hapus. And I'm using condensed milk made for this. So it is just a 4 ingredient sorbetto that we're going to make. Sorbetto is a name of sorbet that is called in Italian. So the sorbet was introduced by the Romans, by the Roman kings. The name of the king who introduced the sorbet was called Nero, King Nero, right? So because that time in Europe they used to have icy mountains and hills filled of snow, so they had an easy access to ice, and that is how the introduction to sorbet started. So we can make sorbets using fresh juices, using flavored waters, or using wine and liquor. We are going to make it using fresh mangoes, milkmaid, coconut powder, and fresh peppercorns. So let's start. Okay, and before that, the most important part, garnishing, right? So first we'll just move ahead with the garnishing part. Let us complete the garnishing part and we'll keep it aside. Then we'll go ahead with the main ingredient. So we have these molds, the silicone molds of the spoons. I'm going to put in some melted chocolate inside and I'm going to set it. So let me take out my chocolate from the microwave.
Chef Sneha, you need to speak a little louder. It's not audible.
Right.
Yes.
So I'll be placing my mold on the plate and I would be pouring the chocolate inside very gently. I will be removing the excess chocolate on top. You can use a plastic or a steel scraper for this purpose. This spatula is easily accessible to me, so I am using this. Alright, let me go with another one. It's always better to have extras. Alright. Now again, the same thing, I'm going to spread it. And we are going to just keep it aside so that this sets. You can store it in the refrigerator also for a quick setting of the chocolate.
Sneha ma'am, Khushbu ma'am is there. Good morning. She is asking, can we get the written recipe?
Yes, of course. Why not? We'll be sharing it on our page, on NFCI's page. So you can check it out there. I'm going to keep it in the refrigerator so that it sets well and quickly. Until then, let's move ahead with our sorbet recipe. I'm going to pour in the mangoes inside in the blender, followed by our milkmaid, I'm going to add in some fresh peppercorns to it to give it a little spicy flavor. That's all. And a bit of coconut powder. You can add the coconut powder according to your taste, according to how much you prefer coconut in it, right? And we're going to just grind it quickly before the frozen mangoes come to a room temperature. So you need to keep giving the mangoes a little stir in between. Since they are frozen, they will take a little longer to get very, very smooth. just show you how what kind of a texture we have now. It still needs a little bit more grinding. So it is still not grinded well. We are going to grind this until it is very smooth.
Sneha ma'am, Yasmin ma'am is there. She is asking if you can repeat what you have added.
Okay, so we've added frozen mangoes, condensed milk, fresh peppercorns, and a bit of coconut powder. The mangoes still need a little more stir. They tend to stick together because they are frozen now. So you need to keep separating them from time to time.
Chef Sneha, we have a viewer, Judy ma'am. She is asking, do we need to put water?
Not at all. Do not add water. You will spoil the texture of the sorbet. So as you can see, it is almost smooth, but there is still one piece of the mango as it is. So I'm going to give it a little more grind. So I'll just show you the texture once. So you see the beautiful texture of the mangoes along with the Milkmaid. And if you add water to this, this will tend to become very flowy. I mean the consistency will become very thin. Okay. So please do not add any water because the mangoes as it is have a lot of water content in them. You can use any kind of fruits that you want. I have used mangoes because they are my favorite. I'm going to keep this in the freezer. Till then, we are going to complete the bowl. Okay. So, the coconut that we have, let's complete this first. And before that, I will have to inform you, like since I have used the mangoes, you can use any other fruits that you want, be it some kind of a berry, be it strawberry, be it blueberry, be it raspberry, or any other kind of a fruit, say for example, lychees, you can use passion fruit, okay, whichever fruit you like, use it in the same recipe that I have said. 195 grams of the fruit, frozen fruits of course, okay. 195 grams of the frozen fruit and 30 grams of the Milkmaid, right? So now let's get ahead with our coconut part.
Okay, I have a viewer, Khushbu ma'am. She's asking why does it take so long to get blend?
See what happens is because whenever we are grinding something that is very hard, the mangoes are absolutely frozen, so they are absolutely hard, right? I kept them in the freezer for about 24 to 25 hours. It was there in the freezer for about 24 to 25 hours, and because of that it had turned into stone. right? Anything that you store in the freezer turns into stone, and that is why it will take longer to grind in the freezer and become very, very smooth, isn't it?
Thank you.
So now I'm going to give a little the coconutty look on the dry coconut. So you know the जो हम coconut use करते हैं for the water, you know, they have those strings on them. So I'm going to give that look on this. What we're going to do is we're going to add our vermicelli in the chocolate. I'm going to add the whole thing into the chocolate and give it a light mix.
Yasmin ma'am is asking, can we use plums?
Any fruit, plum, any other fruit, apricots, whichever you prefer. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to coat my coconut with this. If your chocolate starts to set, please give it a little more melt, and you can put it in the microwave and melt it again. So I'm going to hold it from inside so that I can cover it well. This might seem a little messy because it's dropping, but they look beautiful. So we're going to coat it from all the sides.
Yasmin ma'am, we have added vermicelli in the chocolate.
You can use the uncooked vermicelli because that gives a really nice finish to our coconut. As you can see, the stringy effect has already started to come on the coconut. And now I'm going to just place my coconut on a plate so that the chocolate can set. Alright, so I'm going to flip a bowl and then place my coconut onto it. And slowly place it here. Let me just wash my hands quickly.
Judy ma'am, it's a raw vermicelli.
Okay. So again, so that our coconut gets the chocolate coating really fast, I'm going to place it in the refrigerator very carefully. Alright, till then our chocolate garnish is ready. The chocolate spoons that we had made, they are ready. So let me just check. Okay, so they need a little more time to set. It's still a little soft from the inside. So I'm again going to keep it inside for the setting part. So here I have my platter on which I'm going to plate my coconut sorbet, right? So let's start with the plating part. Here I have some beetroot puree ready. So beetroots are a very good accompaniment along with desserts and also with salads. Any cold item that you are preparing, beetroots are a very good accompaniment with them. So I am going to use this for my plating. There are water droplets dropping out of the squeezy bottle. So let me just wipe it. Okay.
रजिया मैम, हमने वर्मिसिली को रॉ लिया है.
I'm going to give my puree a little shake. Okay. So now let us make some droplets on our platter using our puree. This has a beautiful texture, but somehow it's taking long to, come out. So let me not waste time and simply just place it on my plate and spread it with the spoon. I'll just wipe it off. So you see the beautiful color, the contrasting color, the pink and the black. That's all I'm going to do, because my coconut is going to give a very different look on the plate, and so I'm not going to, I don't want the person who is eating it to distract their attention from the coconut. I want the attention of the person eating it on the coconut only.
Chef, can you please tell how did you make this beetroot puree?
Okay, so I just boiled 2 beetroots, peeled them well, and then I just blended it in the grinder with a little bit of cream, with a little dash of cream. So you can add the cream according to your preference, depending on what kind of a consistency you want. I have added it so that it is very thick. It's not flowy, it's absolutely thick. So please add it according to your preference and how much you like it to be thick or thin. Okay, so till then, let me place some fresh flowers on my platter. And let us check our coconut if it's ready. Alright.
Mr. Pranam Das पूछ रहे हैं मैम that why you are coating a dry coconut.
I'm using a dry coconut so that it's totally edible. If you would have used the one that has the threads on them, it will be difficult for the person eating it, because they cannot consume it, right? So to give a very natural look and also to give a creative and innovative look, we've used this, and we have covered the coconut with the chocolate and the vermicelli. So I'm going to pour in the sorbet inside. So you see the consistency of our sorbet, very creamy and very smooth. Alright, so let me check if I can still take it out. No, it's still a little wet. So, so that we will not waste on much of time, let me place it in the freezer now. I'm going to fill it in the top. I'm still left to fill it with the sorbet. I'm not filling it so that it does not drop off, right? So let us just freeze the chocolate and then we will fill the sorbet inside. Alright, I'll place this also. So till then, we can interact a little. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask.
Chef, if you can repeat the recipe.
Of course.
And a little louder.
Sure. So we've used 195 grams of frozen mangoes, 30 grams of the Milk Maid, the condensed milk, the Mithai Maid. I'll just show you the bottle as well. So this is the can of the Mithai Maid, the Amul Mithai Maid. I've used some peppercorns in it to give a spicy flavor to it. So which is called in Italian speziato. If you check out the name of the recipe, it's called speziato mango coco sorbetto. So it's an Italian recipe. I'm going to repeat myself. It's an Italian recipe that was originated in the that was invented by the Romans, and the king who invented it was called the Nero king. Any other questions?
Yes. Any other alternative than the beetroot puree?
Yes, you can use any other beetroot. You can use any other puree, be it spinach, be it potato, be it baby corn, be it American corn. So any kind of a vegetable or a fruit that you like, you can use it as the puree on the platter.
Okay.
Anything else that you have? Okay, ma'am, how much time are we left with?
Like another 15 minutes?
Okay, so we have ample amount of time left, right?
Yes.
We can still interact a little.
Okay, Suman ma'am is asking what is sorbet meaning?
Sorbet basically is an Italian dessert that comes from the word sorbetto. Okay, so sorbetto basically means icy dessert. Okay, so as I already mentioned earlier, it was originated in the Europe, which has a lot of icy mountains and hilly regions nearby. So it was very easy to get them ice and prepare a dessert out of it.
Mr. Prashant Pandey is asking, can we use banana puree?
If you grind bananas, they will turn black, because whenever you use a lot of metal kind of a material on the bananas, they tend to turn black. So please avoid making a puree out of a banana. You can do it using a fork or a whisk. For example, you can use a very ripened banana, that turn very soft. You can use them and just mash them using a fork or a whisk.
Okay, there's another question from Judy ma'am. Is the coconut fresh or dry?
It's a dried one. So let us check now.
Okay, Mr. Hardik Mehta has a question. He is asking, what is the difference between sorbet and granita?
Okay, so basically granita is a type of a sorbet. Sorbet has many classifications in it, and granita is a classification of a sorbet. And the type and the method and according to the ingredients they are made, they can be classified accordingly. So our coconut is ready. I'm going to remove it from the bowl and place it on our platter.
Chef, there's a question like we can keep it for some day, like a day or two?
Yes, of course, you can store it for about more than a month. I mean, 3 to 4 weeks is definitely easy to go. 3 to 4 weeks will absolutely keep it fresh. And even if you want to keep it for about it's absolutely fine. Just like you store ice creams in the freezer for about 2 to 3 months, this is easily, you can store it in the freezer for quite a long time. Alright, so let me pour the rest of my sorbet on this.
Thank you, Judy ma'am. She's saying it's beautiful.
Thank you so much. Alright. So I'm just waiting for our chocolate spoons to get ready. Not done yet. Sorry. Okay, anything else that you have to ask me?
Okay. Yes, Toshiba ma'am, you will get the written recipe after the session. Okay, there is a question from Mrs. Suman Agarwal. She is asking that strawberry, like just a strawberry she has written. Maybe she is asking for the presentation that we have used.
Okay, no ma'am, we've used beetroot puree in this. I've just firstly I've boiled 2 beetroots in the cooker, and then I've just pureed them with a little dash of cooking cream or Amul cream you can use at the same time. So it's very easy to make it, to give a pink color. I love this color along with the flower that goes in my plating, and that's how it works.
Okay, the recipe name please.
The recipe name is Speziato Mango Coco Sorbetto. It's an Italian name because sorbets are a invention of the Italians.
So there's another question, like to bite into it, it will be hard to eat.
No. I'm sure you all have sometime or the other tasted softy. Another kind of an ice cream that you have. I mean, I as a kid have always had softies in my childhood. That we used to get on the roadsides. With a swirl on top, the softies, right? So it's going to be very similar to that. Okay, so till our chocolate spoons aren't ready.
Okay, there's another question. This recipe coming from?
This comes from the Romans. Okay. Our chocolate spoons are not ready, so I'm still wondering what to do. Any other questions or anything else that you all have to say?
Okay, one of our student Ashdeep is asking if you can repeat the recipe of mango sorbet.
Okay. So we've used 195 grams of the raw. Why am I going on to the word raw? I'm still wondering. So 195 grams of the frozen mangoes with 30 grams of the Milk Maid. And for the flavors, you can add black peppercorns that I've added for the spicy flavor, and a little bit of coconut powder according to your preference and according to your taste. Let me check the. Oh wow, it's ready. So whenever you're handling chocolate, always make sure that there is no water droplets or any kind of moisture around. Like for example, my hands were wet. I'm just going to wipe it, because why I'm saying this is because whenever we add moisture to the chocolates, they tend to, they lose their characteristics. They are not the same as it would be. So very gently, just pushing the spoon ahead. Okay. So because I am working with chocolate and it's a little hot here, so it's tending to melt, and that's the reason I'm happening to wash my hands regularly. And I'm going to place our spoon on this, and it's ready.
Khushbu ma'am is asking, coconut is just the presentation part?
Yes, coconut is the presentation part, but if you prefer eating it, you can always cut through it and munch on it. So let me take you to our F&B area for a presentation. So I guess you'll get a better view of it from here. There's more and bright lighting out here. I hope you liked it, and I'm sure you're going to try this recipe and let me know your reviews and your feedback on it. Thank you so much.